Where and when were you born?
I was born in Chicago, Illinois, January 9th, 1980.
Did your parents ever share their memories with you about the day you were born?
The day I was born, I don't recall, no.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one brother.
What are their names and birth dates?
His name is Shaquan Carter. His birthday is January 2nd, 1996.
What do you remember about them from growing up?
Well, we 17 years apart. I really didn't grow up in the same house. When he was born, I went away to college. But, um, so no, not many memories of growing up.
What do you remember about your parents?
I remember my parents really worked hard to instill some good values into me.
Your grandparents?
Well, my grandparents was very loving, hardworking people.
What did they do for a living?
My father was a truck driver and my mom was a teacher assistant.
Did you have any pets growing up?
No pets growing up.
What were your favorite games and hobbies?
Games and hobbies. Well, I like football games, video games, and real football.
Did you play any sports?
Yes, I played football.
What else did you do for fun?
I played video games like the Sega Genesis, and I played outside with my friends.
Did you live in a house or an apartment?
We lived in a house and an apartment growing up. So I lived in a house in my younger years, then we moved to an apartment.
What was it like?
Uh, Everywhere I lived was pretty nice. My mother kept our homes clean.
What was your room like?
I remember my room being small. Um, yeah.
What was your favorite thing about school?
My favorite thing about school was gym.
Least favorite?
I didn't like history class at school.
What were your friends like?
I always had a group of friends. Yeah, a good group of friends, good guys.
Who was your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher was Mr. Robinson. He was my electronics teacher.
And what was your favorite subject?
My favorite subject was math.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was younger, when I wanted to be a professional football player when I grow up.
Who were your heroes or role models when you were young?
When I was young, my father, grandfather, and the Chicago Bears linebacker Mike Singletary, they were my heroes.
What big world events were the most memorable while you were growing up?
Um, the events that was most memorable when I was growing up is I remember in the Bulls winning 6 championships, the Chicago Bulls.
What kinds of clothes, hobbies, slang terms were popular when you were a teenager?
I think I understood what you said. It was kind of mumbly, but the kind of clothes that was popular, there was a clothing line called Damage, clothing line called Cross Color and Used. Slang words, we used to say stuff like hecky naw and cobs.
Did you go to college?
Yes,
What did you study?
I studied physical education and health in college.
What was your first job?
My first job was when I was in high school. I used to clean up a restaurant called Harold's Chicken Shack on 111th and 127th in Halsted.
What was your favorite job?
My favorite job is what I do now, being a real estate broker.
How did you meet your spouse?
Um, I met her in college.
Uh, where am I? Yeah. How old were you when you met, got engaged, got married?
I was 19 years old when I met your mom, and we got married at 25.
What was the wedding like?
We didn't have a wedding.
How many children did you have? Do you have?
3 boys.
What were they like when they were growing up?
Uh, I got pretty good children, and you know, they boys, good kids, active.
What's your favorite book or movie and why?
My favorite movie is a movie called Rudy. It's a football story of a little guy making it to a big college football team. I just like the story because it lets you know with hard work anything's possible.
What was your favorite when you were young?
What was my favorite what?
Movie.
I remember. Mm, I like a few movies. RoboCop, Beetlejuice used to come on all the time. I don't know. I didn't have a real favorite.
Do you know any stories about the history of your family name or the origins of the family?
Um, Sad to say, but not really.
What are the most difficult and most rewarding things about growing older?
One of the most difficult things about growing older is, um, your metabolism slow down, so you gain weight much faster. And what was the other part? The most rewarding thing about growing older is you get to see your kids grow up.
What life advice would you pass along to your grandchildren?
The life advice I would pass on is no matter how hard it gets, never give up on your goals.
What do you want your children and grandchildren to remember about you?
I want my children and grandchildren to remember that I was a God fearing man and a hard worker.
The end.
Thank you.